Hi everybody, welcome back. My name's Claire. I have just done a painting with an amazing colour scheme, so purples and turquoises with some gold and some pearl white. And I'm not putting my paints away, so I've still got my paints out. I'm going to go back and I'm so inspired, do another painting. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I have no idea how it's going to pan out. I'm thinking maybe some blooms, maybe a variegated base. I'm not sure yet, but I'm just so in love with this colour scheme. I'm going to really enjoy experimenting with it. So here are the colours. So exactly the same as my previous pour. I've got some pearl white. I've got some Pebeo iridescent gold, which is the lighter, more yellowy gold. I've got some Amsterdam, it's a dark blue phthalo, some Pebeo iridescent blue-green, some Amsterdam permanent blue-violet, phthalo turquoise, and then this lighter purple was just paint that I scraped from my worktop at one point. So it's a beautiful paint. It's just a big mixture of colours. It's a bit iridescent, so just a beautiful light purple. So I'm still not 100% sure what I'm going to do with these colours. I've got a canvas here. It's 29 by 42 centimetres. I'm thinking maybe some sort of variegated base with some blooms on top in these colours, just to really just explore these colours because they are beautiful together. So pretty. The paints I've mixed to my Dutch pour consistency. I'll put the recipe in the description. I'm also going to use some Amsterdam white cell activator, which is mixed with Australian floetrol. So I'll put that recipe in the description as well. So normally when I paint pour, I have a clear idea in mind of what I'm going to do. Not for this one. I'm just so inspired by these colours. I just desperately want to use them again. So I'm racking my brain thinking, what can I do that would really show these colours off? So I think I'm going to do some gold and some white on the base, a bit of a variegated base. I think I haven't done one of those for a while. So to do that, I think I'm just going to pour some colours on, sort of some gold on, and then I'm just going to put some white on as well, and then blow them all out together. So you've got a bit of variation in the colour in the base. I quite like putting the colours nearer the centre and then blowing them out with the hairdryer to get the edges covered. Right, that is gorgeous. Only thing is I haven't got very much white in this section. I'm just going to see if I can scrape together a little bit more, just to try and get another line of white running through. Perfect. Brilliant. Really happy with that. That is gorgeous. Let's give it a torch. I just quite like the soft lines that the variegated base gives. So it's just a more interesting background, I think, than just a plain background. Right. Let's have a think then what I'm going to do. I think I'm just going to make it up as I go along. I feel I'm drawn to having some blooms maybe in the centre. They may go out. Do you know, I'm just not sure. I think I'm just going to start and just see really where it takes me. I'm going to alternate the colours a little bit. I've got quite a lot of colours here. I wonder if I actually need them all. I'm going to try a bloom with them all, but try quite a small bloom. So I'm starting with the darkest, which is the blue phthalo colour. And I'm just going to alternate. I'm just going to try and do one drop of each colour, so it's going to be quite small, but because there's 5 colours, there still will end up to be quite a bit of paint on here. Actually, I might leave the purple, put the purple on top. So I'm putting 2 of the turquoisey colours together. Because if you have the really dark colour on top, it just gives more contrast with the cell activator if it's white, which mine is. That's so pretty, that's worked really well. Right, I'm gonna do more like that, I think. Right, that is all my blooms finished. So I've got a little bit of extra work now. I'm going to just do some little embellishments in the flowers. Just going to pull the paint in towards the flowers, the centre of the flowers, just to make them look a little bit more flower-like. So to do that, I've just got a little plastic stick with a point on the end. So I'm just going to literally just drag that gold into the centre. So it just creates the look of some actual petals. Right, so they're all looking a lot more flower-like now. And then the last thing I'm going to do, just to try and pull the whole thing together, is I'm going to create some little twirly bits around the edge. So it's going to fill a little bit of this gold and white negative space. And I'm hoping it will just pull it all together a bit more, because at the moment it very much looks like odd flowers. I want it to try and now look as one a bit more. So I think I'm just going to drag some of this paint and just do some little twirly bits like that, little curly bits, just to try and make it, yeah, just pull all the painting together a bit. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm so happy with it. It's just so fun. It definitely needed all the little curly bits in. As you can see, I've maybe gone over the top with the curly bits, but I think it needed it. The flowers were too far apart. I normally cram my flowers in too close, but I wanted more space. I got it, but it needed the little curly bits. So it almost looks now, it's like it's a feature of each flower. So each petal just has a little curly bit coming from it. So I think now it just looks like that's the type of flower it is. A flower with curly bits at the edges. The colours are amazing, so pretty. The lacing is just gorgeous. So pretty. It's just somehow a very delicate painting. I guess there's no real focal point to it, which is maybe a downside. But I think because it's relatively small canvas, I don't think that's really a problem. I love this variegated base. It just adds a bit more interest in between the blooms. Yeah, because could you imagine it without the curly bits and without the variegated base? I think it would look, I don't think I'd like it at all. So I'm so happy. So I'll be back when it's dry. So it's now dry. I absolutely love this piece. It's somehow dried, it's dried so well, but it somehow is actually quite elegant, and I think it's the colours. The base, this two-toned base just softens everything so nicely. And all the twirly bits, it just looks quite soft and quite elegant against the odds. I'm not quite sure how. I'm happy with the fact that I've got lots of space for all the blooms. So you really get a sense of the lacing and the cells inside them. And they really look like blooms and flowers. Often I cram them in so tightly, they just look a bit of a mess, a bit of a jumble. But whereas these have got such separation, I was worried there was too much separation at one point, but I think because you've got that variegated base and you've got the swirly bits, it pulls it all together. The turquoise has darkened and the purple has darkened, and I think that is essential for this painting, just to give the contrast. And let me show you how shiny it is. Oh, let me focus. Just look at that. Can you see when that is varnished? It will be so pretty. So yeah, really happy. So please let me know what you think. Please do leave me comments. Do hit the thumbs up button if you like it. And then do subscribe to my channel if you can. Great, thank you so much for watching. Bye.